Take Paws has been made possible by support from the following Community Foundation of Broward funds. And by Broward County Animal Care and Adoption, where you can adopt a new best friend for life. If you're a dog owner and your pup spends long periods of time alone because you have to work or whatever the reason may be, things can get pretty lonely for your little guy. Dogs need more physical and mental stimulation than we often give them credit for. So, if your pooch is suffering from solitude, you might want to consider Doggie Daycamp.
At Paws Your Paws Dog Training, we help our clients with a lot of nuisance animal behaviors, pet dog behaviors that are important for families. Some of the most popular ones that we help our clients with would be jumping up on people, rushing out the front door, general hyperactivity that maybe prevents them from having guests over or their friends over because their dog's going to embarrass them. We help our clients with foundations of obedience like sit, down, stay, and loose leash walking is also a really popular behavior we help our clients with. I'm always emphasizing the importance of training dogs to my clients because through making that investment in training, you're able to take your dog with you more places. And I think that's really why people get a dog in the first place, because they have this vision of being able to take their family pet with them, camping, out to lunch, down a busy street. And when you invest the time to train your dog, you're just increasing the amount of time that you can spend with your dog because he's well behaved in every setting. Training your dog is definitely not a process that happens overnight. It takes a lot of time and patience and repetition to be able to accomplish really good results with your dog. And I think the amount of time that one might need to put into training their dog varies from pet owner to pet owner, depending on what their ultimate goals are. So for example, you just want a nice, well-behaved family pet. You're not looking at as long as a time span as if you wanted to go do something like competition obedience. So when people ask me the question, well, how long is it gonna take to train my dog? There's really not a great answer for that. It takes as long as it takes in order to accomplish the result that you specifically want with your dog training goals. Our Doggie Daycamp program here at Paws Your Paws Dog Training is really unique because it is just like your kids going to school. So the way that I describe it to people is you get up in the morning, maybe you take your kids to school, and then you bring your dog to school. So the dogs have an opportunity to come into our training facility here and have an entire 8-hour day, depending on when their owners drop them off, of playtime with friends. They get nap time just like you might at school, and then they also get learning time. Their day camp training program is the perfect opportunity for people to have a well-behaved family pet if they themselves do not have the time that's required to put into training that dog. So I have a team of certified, dedicated instructors here that can train your dog for you, and that alleviates a lot of the upfront stress that might come along with needing to find the time to train the dog. We can simply do it for you. Your dogs come in, they enjoy a full day here of learning, playing with friends, they go home nice and tired, and at the end of the week, you have a better behaved pet. There's a huge benefit to dogs coming into our Doggie Day training program for socialization reasons. A lot of people only have one dog in the home, or maybe the owner themselves don't have the confidence that's needed to go to a dog park, or they're afraid maybe their dog plays too rough or is too shy. And we have a controlled environment here where we can set up appropriate play groups so that the dogs really can maximize their socialization experience. I would say the largest benefit that our customers get out of our Doggie Day Camp or day training program is that they get really fast results. And I think that's something that people are really surprised about. But when we, as professional trainers or even dog owners, can invest that daily time to consistently be working with a dog, they make a turnaround really quickly. And I think that's something that people don't realize, how fast they can get a result if they bring their dogs into a program like our day training program, where we can be working with their dog every single day. Here at Paws Your Paws Dog Training, we are reward-based trainers, which means we use things like food, praise, play, toys, treats to train customers' dogs. And that's something that's really important to us, because we believe that through training positively, we can not only get a great result, but the dogs really have fun in the process. And I think that's really what it's all about, because you hopefully get a dog because you want to develop that bond and strong relationship with it, and reward-based training enhances that experience. What people often don't realize is that there's a lot of other long-term benefits to dog training that aren't necessarily about obedience, like sit, down, or stay. We can train dogs to stand on a scale for the veterinarian. We can train them to hold still for things like a blood draw, or to allow themselves to be brushed or combed or bathed. So dog training is so much more than just obedience, and it can really ensure, when you invest the time in training your dog properly and positively, that the entire life of your dog is a lot easier for everyone who's going to interact with that dog, whether that be groomers, veterinarians, your pet sitters, or boarding facilities. I always want to remind people that it's really important that when you start the dog training process with your dog, that you have a lot of patience and that you set realistic expectations for you and your dog to accomplish your training goals. Dog training is definitely not something that happens overnight. It's definitely something that you're both going to have to work at as a team, and I encourage everyone who trains their dog and chooses to do that positively to be patient, because positive dog training really does work. It may not be as fast as maybe some outdated, more traditional methods to train, but it does require more patience and dedication to the process, which ultimately is worth it. I really encourage people who might be struggling a little bit with their dogs at home to seek the help of a professional reward-based dog trainer. We can provide a lot of help, maybe faster than you think, so definitely don't be afraid to give one of us a call to help coach you to meet your dog training goals. It's really important that if you do choose to train your dog positively, you know that it is going to require a lot of time, it is going to require a lot of patience, but choosing to stick with and be committed with positive dog training methods is ultimately going to pay off big time.
If you'd like to help support Take Paws through sponsorship or by making a donation, call 754-321-1000 or go to BECON-TV.